Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2. Today we're going to continue with our expansionist policies, and ultimately my goal is to basically finish off these Christian kingdoms other than France. We're going to get them all the way out of Spain. We're going to finish them off, if not completely, then almost completely. We're going to make them completely irrelevant, and this will be a series of wars that I'm going to do all at the same time. I'm really tired of fighting with them, and I think that in order to really progress before the Aztec invasion, which will be about 100 years from now, we need to finish these guys off as quickly as possible. So now that I am in a position of strength, relative strength I should say, to all of them, and I have France on my side for a little while, I'm going to press my advantage and declare war on all of them. So I'm going to do that right now. The only one I can't do is Leon, because I have a truce with them, unfortunately. Otherwise I'd declare war on them as well. But, well, actually, weird. Yeah, so I have a truce with Leon. Other than that, I'm going to attack all of these nations, or these duchies or kingdoms or whatever. So here's this nice little, 9-year-old king. He's in for it. Holy War for Castile. And I'm doing Holy Wars specifically because I want to get this moral authority up. I want it to be as high as possible for just eventualities, little things. So, okay, now we're going to attack, we're going to also declare war on Barcelona here. We're going to declare war on Castile here. And we're going to declare war on Navarra here. I'm throwing caution to the wind, my friends. We're going all out. Okay, and eventually I probably will be at war with Leon. Now, we happen to be a little bit lucky that they're actually fighting, Leon is fighting someone here. They're having a little civil war with their own vassal here, Astorga. I could declare war on them. I'm not going to. That war probably won't last very long, and it'll just waste my time. So, I'm going to start calling my bros in for these wars. Britons, I don't think I want to get this guy involved, so I won't. Let's see what we got here. So let's bribe him, just for a little bit more insurance. We need the French, obviously. So let's get. We don't need these guys. The reason I'm not going to deal with them is because I'm afraid that if I bring them into the war, they might bring in the Holy Roman Empire. I'm taking a slight risk with the French as well on that, but the Holy Roman Empire would really mess this up, so we're not going to deal with them. So let's get the French involved, and that's it. All right. Let's look at our vassals, see if we can't improve any of their dispositions before we start raising their troops. So Rasikid here, he is, yeah. So I don't care about him because he's ruling a Catholic area. Emir of Algarve. Where is that? So is that this one? Yeah. So he could be more of a fan of ours. I think I might have bribed him last time. I don't really recall. Yeah, so that's not going to do anything. So, how about our cities and duchies? We have this dude, not a huge fan of ours. This guy, again, also is not a huge fan of ours, but looks like we're more or less okay. We have Cordoba. Okay, so, now, our military is not maxed out, as I'd like it to be. But it's high enough to where it's not really a problem. So, now we're going to raise all our men. And we're going to need every single one. I'm going to send them into one large and one small group of men. And the large one will basically, hopefully, the French will do most of the heavy lifting. And we can get let's make 100% sure I talked to them. Okay, I did. I need them. Okay, good. So we got the French. Now we've got an epic war here. We've got basically the entirety of the Iberian Peninsula at war. So looks like Leon is now involved because Navarra was allied with them. So we are in fact fighting everybody, as I figured we would. So we need our whole all our troops. So this is going to be our first little test here. These Barcelonans with their fairly high number of troops. And another thing we're going to do is we can raise our retinues. We might as well get started on that. I'm going to raise one of each type, and then I'm going to get 2 cavalry. Well, I would get 2 cavalry if I had the money for it, which I don't. Let's see if I'm losing money. I'm still gaining money. My retinues are costing 5, my things are costing 3, and I'm earning 14, so I should still be getting money, which is good. So what's this? Okay, so we're fighting, obviously, we're fighting these Knights Templar. I'm about 0% surprised about that. That is probably this large army here. It is. So my goal will be to kill them. I do not like the Grand Templars. So the French will not be able to defeat them. It'll have to be all up to me. So that, in that sense, that we are at a disadvantage. Now, got our nice consolidated army here. I'm going to give them the best possible commanders. Actually, that's this guy here. And I like to put the best commanders in the best areas. I also like to auto-balance here. So that way, you know, everything's kind of equal. We'll get Fod here. We'll get Lub. We'll place him with Tiflit, and we'll get Ayub here. So that will... So now we've got a nice big army. Yeah, it looks like bad for these Almoravids. I don't think that they're gonna succeed in beating the Mali. It looks like they're gonna win, which is okay by me because they're my next target, really. I mean, I'm gonna take them over before I take over this area, most likely. So whatever. Okay, so my hope is that the French will basically destroy all of the main resistance, my main enemies here. I will have to kill this Grandmaster army, which will be very difficult. In fact, I bet that I'll probably lose most of my troops before I successfully kill them. As you'll notice, they have 13,000 men, potentially. And I think that they were called in by Navarra. I suspect Navarra is the one behind it. So if that means if I were to defeat Navarra, then that would kill them off, and I probably can lure them into battle. So I'm going to kill these Navarran troops right away. And now I'm taking over their territory. We'll see if that gets them to move towards us. Doesn't look like it is. So I'm going to try to finish Navarra off as fast as I can. Okay. So I don't care about this girl. Navarra's already losing a huge amount of war score just because I took over one of their territories. It's fine, she's fine. That girl is not my problem. Okay, Navarra's already out of the war. Done. They're ours. Boom. Okay, so I guess they weren't Navarran troops, they were Barcelonan. I guess I could have just looked and saw there, hey, it says Barcelona, and that would have done it. But, you know, I'm not that good, I guess. Anyway, so Navarra's done. We finished them off. They were, I believe, the ones with the most... allies. So killing them was good. That means that basically if you look at like Castile or whoever, they only have crappy allies, like no one we care about. Ditto with Barcelona, they don't really have anyone we care about. Navarra had like 8 allies, they were a mess. So let's see who's involved in this war. We're also fighting Upper Burgundy. Okay. I don't care about this war. And we are also, they're fighting no one, so I'm going to do my best to ignore this large number of troops and just defeat like the Castilian troops and stuff like that because okay, let's see if we can get, guess I'll get this guy, whatever. And I want to just kill the Castilian troops because if I can do that, that will really finish them off. And they're the strongest of my enemies, like notwithstanding these large. Okay, so we actually caught the count of somebody someplace. Vizcaya. Alright. That's not a contested territory, so I don't really care. Alright, but my dear lady, you are fat. Don't ever forget it. Okay, let's finish these Castilians off. Okay, now we have Karim, who's of age. And look at his diplomacy. Look at that. His other stats are awful, like uniquely so. Like, I can't believe he has such terrible intrigue and such high diplomacy. It's pretty unbelievable, but look at that. I mean, Jesus Rahal. I mean, this diplomacy skill is no joke. Unfortunately, he's still not as good as my guy right now, and Saeed is better, just because he's got overall better stats. And really my goal right now is I'm going to focus real hard on training this guy. I'm going to pay close attention to his birthday, so he's March 22nd of 1160, so once it's March 22nd, 1166, I'm taking him as my ward. I'm going to train him up. Because because Saeed is pretty good, he's not bad, but I'm also really concerned about my other generation, so. And this guy will never get married. Oh, what was the deal with Saeed's religion? Good. Okay. So, we defeated them. And we're kicking their butts. We're just gonna... My goal is really to just kill as many of these guys as I can. Alright, okay. Yeah, actually, we'll take that over, whatever. Now, we've regained a huge amount of our money, so that's good. The French are doing something weird. I don't know what they're up to. So they're fighting Barcelona, Castile, and Provence, so it looks like they're going to take over Provence before they deal with us, with our wars. And they'll probably also finish off Upper Burgundy up here. So they're doing their thing, I guess. Like, we can't really do much about these Barcelonan Grandmaster. Like, look how many troops that is. It's impossible for us to beat. So I'm going to try to finish off, like I said, I'm going to try to finish off Castile as fast as I can. And actually, if I lose the war against Barcelona, not the end of the world, as long as I get all of these guys at once. Because the thing is, I'd be fighting them all anyway, so compartmentalizing all these wars is a good idea. So that's why I did it. Since I'm doing a holy war strategy right now, it seemed worth it. Okay, so see how our military is doing. We could get another retinue. I guess that's not a bad idea. I don't care. Army levies, we cannot, we have about 1,500 more in backup, and we have this rebellion. So I think what I'll do is I'll raise some mercs, and I will parade them around and just kill just kill these rebels and other rebels that might pop up. So we'll do that. 900. I like this guy. Okay, so I am going to pick this up in my next video. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and just stay tuned. Probably will go up tomorrow. See you then. We will continue our war against Castile and Barcelona. See you then.